Good evening, everyone. My name is Danielle, for those of you who I have not seen yet. Tonight, I won't be introducing myself. I'm actually going to be introducing my grandmother. Her name is Ruth Ann, and she is my grandmother on my mother's side. And I'm going to give you three words that describe her best in a nutshell. The first one I picked for her was generous. She is the most generous person you could ever come across. She's always asking you what you need and how she can help. She gives without asking. She is there for you when you may need a little bit of extra help, whether it's monetarily, whether it's her time. Doesn't matter. She's always there. I have an instance where right before we started school, I was getting nervous about receiving my tuition and getting my books. Well, of course, I voiced my opinions and talked to her about everything that was going on. And the first thing that comes out of her mouth is, "Don't worry about it. I'll get it for you. You can pay me back whenever." So I'm like, "No, no, no. I will, take care of it. Don't worry about it." Go through the first week of school, nothing yet. So she says, "Here, seriously, take my credit card and go buy your books." So I did that, with a promise that I would pay her back. She didn't care at all. The next word I'm going to use to describe her is loving. Generous and loving kind of go simultaneously for her. But one thing that I noticed about her is that she loves to cook. She loves to cook for the family. She loves to cook for the neighbors. She cooks for everybody. I think that's definitely one of her biggest things in showing that she loves you. She doesn't necessarily say it all the time, but she does. I remember last week we went over for dinner. I walk into the house, smells amazing, and we sit down. Everyone's there for dinner, and she's serving us seconds, thirds, over and over. We're like, okay, no, we're fine. We're good. We're full. Okay, sit down, relax, let yourself calm down, and I have something else for you, she says. So she comes out of the kitchen a couple minutes later with dessert. I'm on a diet, so I tell her, "I don't want any dessert, please, Nana, I don't want anything." "Nope, you're gonna eat." That's just her. So for sure, I would say she shows her love through cooking, and I would definitely say the best way to anyone's heart is through their stomach. The last word I'm going to use to describe my grandmother is strong. She has been through a very tough time, actually for the last 14 years, with a sick husband. He has cancer. Um, Unbelievable that he's still alive. He started out with lung cancer. It spread to his spinal cord and his brain. This started out due to smoking, and somehow, some way, he lived through all of that. He's been cancer free, but he now has emphysema, which causes a lot of problems for him. And he has recently had two heart attacks within a year of each other. My Nana has been there through all of it. She does whatever she has to do. She takes him to the doctor. She takes him to all his appointments. She cooks. She cleans. She's there for everything. A little bit of exercise, his breathing treatments, everything. She's there. She is such a strong woman, and she continues to be there and continues to be that rock for all of us. And so I really admire her for her strength. So those are my three things to describe her. She's strong, she's loving beyond words, and she's generous. I want to share a quote with you. I'm going to have to read it because it's a long one. It's by Vincent van Gogh, and it says, "It is good to love many things, for therein lies the true strength. In whoever's love much performs much, and can accomplish much, and what is done in love is done well." I'm not sure whether or not my grandmother really realizes how strong she is, how great she is, how loving she is and generous, but it will live on with me forever.